The quiet battle. Let me speak to you plainly. Lately, your mind hasn't been quiet. At night, when everything slows down, your thoughts don't. You lie awake, staring into the dark, replaying conversations, mistakes, and imagined futures. You tell yourself to relax. You take a breath. But the tension stays in your chest, in your stomach, in your thoughts. During the day, you function. You smile. You do what's expected. But inside, there's a constant pressure, a silent struggle no one else sees. This is more common than you think. Most people carry invisible weight. Concerns about money, fear of disappointing others, anxiety about the future, a need to control outcomes that were never fully theirs. We plan endlessly. We analyze everything. And still, peace feels out of reach. So let me offer a different path. What if relief doesn't come from more control, more thinking, or more distraction, but from ancient wisdom that has already survived chaos far greater than ours? Over 2,000 years ago, Stoicism was practiced by emperors and slaves, generals and scholars. Not because life was easy, but because it was brutal, uncertain, and unstable. They faced war, exile, disease, loss. They couldn't control events, so they mastered themselves. That is what this video is about. Today, you'll learn 8 Stoic practices designed to reduce worry, not by suppressing it, but by transforming how you relate to it. These are not quick fixes. They are mental disciplines that create lasting calm. No philosophy background required. No abstracciones. Only practical tools you can use immediately. Before we begin, let me share something personal. There was a time when my mind was never at rest. Constant checking, constant overthinking, chasing reassurance. I believed worry meant responsibility. In truth, it meant I didn't trust myself. Then I came across a line from Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. That sentence changed my direction. I realized I'd spent years trying to manage the world while neglecting the one thing truly under my command, my own mind. Everything shifted after that. You don't need to change your entire life to find peace. You need to change how you see it. Let's begin. Habit 1. Anticipate challenges calmly. How often do you suffer over events that never happen? The mind imagines disaster, rejection, failure, embarrassment, and the body reacts as if it's already real. Heart racing, muscles tense, peace gone. The Stoics had a method for this. Premeditatio malorum, calmly anticipating difficulty. Seneca explained that when we foresee challenges, we reduce their power. This is not pessimism. It is preparation. Each morning, a Stoic would reflect. What difficulties might I face today? Who may test my patience? What losses could occur? By calmly rehearsing hardship, they entered the day steadier, not fearful. Apply this today. Before a meeting, ask, if this goes poorly, how will I respond with dignity? Before a risk, ask, if I lose this, what remains within me? Worry trahit en surprise. Preparedness weakens it. When you mentally rehearse strength, composure, and restraint, anxiety loses its grip. 2 minutes of calm anticipation can save hours of distress. Habit 2. Separate what you control from what you don't. Much of human anxiety comes from misdirected effort. We worry about opinions, outcomes, timing, other people's behavior. Epictetus made it simple. Some things are up to us. Some things are not. Your thoughts, actions, and values yours. Everything else not fully. The mistake most people make is investing emotional energy into what they cannot command. A Stoic redirects focus. Insulted? You can't control the words, but you control your response. Rejected? You can't change the decision, but you can refine your effort. Uncertain future? You can't predict it, but you can prepare your mind. Each time worry appears, ask, is this within my control? If not, release it. If yes, act deliberately. This habit alone reduces mental exhaustion dramatically. You stop fighting reality. You start governing yourself. Habit 3. Protect your mind from noise. Many anxieties are not born from your life, but imported from what you consume. Endless headlines, comparisons, outrage, negativity. The Stoics were careful about their mental environment. Seneca warned against surrounding oneself with influences that weaken character. Your mind is not a dumping ground. Limit exposure to constant news, social comparison, chronic negativity. Choose what enters your awareness. A guarded mind is not ignorant, it is disciplined. Ask with each input, does this strengthen me or disturb me? If it weakens you, it does not deserve space. Peace requires boundaries. Habit 4. Nightly self-examination. Stoics didn't end their days distracted. They ended them reflective. Each evening, Seneca reviewed his actions not with judgment, but clarity. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What will I improve tomorrow? This practice prevents worry from accumulating. Unexamined days create unresolved tension. Reflection creates closure. Over time, you gain awareness of triggers, habits, and patterns. You become less reactive, more intentional. A calm mind is built through honest review. Habit 5. Accept and use what happens. Much suffering comes from resistance. We fight reality. This shouldn't have happened. It wasn't supposed to be this way. The Stoics practiced a more fatty acceptance, so complete it becomes cooperation with fate. Not liking pain, but using it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle contains instruction. Ask, how does this refine me? What strength is this developing? When resistance ends, worry fades. Meaning replaces resentment. Habit 6. Return to the present. Most anxiety lives in imagined futures. The Stoics repeatedly return themselves to now. This moment is enough. You cannot live tomorrow today. You can only meet it when it arrives with the same reason you possess now. Ground yourself. Feel your breath. Notice your surroundings. Be here. When you are present, fear loses its leverage. Habit 7. Practice voluntary discomfort. Fear thrives in comfort. Stoics occasionally chose difficulty, simple food, cold, restraint to remind themselves they could endure. Discomfort, practiced willingly, removes fear of hardship. Cold showers, fasting, early rising, resisting small impulses. Each act trains resilience. A mind accustomed to difficulty is difficult to disturb. Habit 8. Live by virtue, not outcomes. The final habit is the most important. Worry comes from chasing results, approval, success, recognition. Stoicism shifts the focus. Did I act with honesty? Did I show courage? Did I maintain discipline? Outcomes are uncertain. Character is not. When virtue guides you, peace follows naturally. You sleep better knowing you acted rightly regardless of results. Stoic peace. Worry steals attention, clarity, and strength. But you are not powerless. You may not control the storm, but you can become calm within it. That is Stoicism. Not indifference, not suppression, but mastery. Remain steady. Remain disciplined. Remain aligned. That is peace. If this resonated, stay with the practice. Your mind is trainable. Your strength is real.